Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Jay's Fit Hits. I've got some great hits and tips for you today, as well as a new Fitness as a Lifestyle challenge. So I've been getting a lot of questions about my own personal meal planning and meal prep, and some of you are going to be disappointed by my answer, and I think a lot of you might be really excited by my answer. Essentially, I've been able to streamline it so that I spend virtually no time on prep. I'm a really busy mom. I know that a lot of you guys are busy parents or just busy people, and I don't have a lot of room in my fridge. There's 4 people in my family. I don't have a deep freeze in my garage. So, you know, I don't want to do the traditional meal prep. Also, I just don't enjoy it, and I don't want to spend the time doing it. So I've been able to figure out a way to still eat healthfully and pretty much eliminate most of the prep work. Super easy, super simple. There's a few things that I do, and I'll share them with you. The first one is I do leftovers. So basically when I'm doing a meal, like a dinner, I always make extra for, like, you know, forever how long meat will last. Usually I don't let it go, or chicken, I don't let it go past 3 days. So if I do my turkey spaghetti, I will eat that for another, you know, meal the next day and the following day. Same thing with my yummy enchiladas. Oh, I could eat those like all week long. And these recipes are on my website along with a lot of others, and I'm always continually adding. But anyway, I will eat those, you know, over the course of the next 2 or 3 days, as well as other stuff. But for one meal, kind of each day, I'll do that. So that eliminates a lot of prep. Now, that part of my process won't work for you if you absolutely loathe leftovers. So if you don't like leftovers, I suggest make your life easier and start liking leftovers. You can always prep them differently too. Like for the spaghetti, you know, one night I'll have it over the zucchini noodles, and the next day in the lunch I'll have it over the broccoli slaw from Trader Joe's, which is basically super easy. I just put it in a bowl and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and they are steamed al dente, and they're perfect. Another thing to always do is to always have healthy snacks accessible. Put them in the front of your fridge. Put them in the front of your pantry. Get rid of all the crap in your pantry. Get rid of the crap in your fridge. And put things front and center that are healthy and that you like. So, and also that's easy to grab. So it's easy to grab like a handful of cereal, which isn't good. Or it's easy to grab like a handful of crackers, it isn't good. So make something healthy easy to grab. So what I do is I have like a bag of baby carrots. Those are washed and ready to go. For me, they also satisfy that crunch factor that I'm sometimes craving. Same thing with celery. So with a little prep there, I do wash and cut the celery and have some ready. Same with cucumbers. I get a huge English cucumber and I slice it up, and it's much easier, and I'm more prone to grab that if it's already prepped and ready and it's in front and I look in the fridge and there it is, right? So some of the things that I have on hand that are virtually zero prep: the baby carrots, the cucumbers, any kind of vegetable that you like. You know, if it's red peppers or green peppers, slice it up and keep it in a baggie. Celery hearts. One big thing that I found really helped: hard-boiled eggs. I boil up a dozen every like 4 days or so, and I have them in the fridge ready to go, peeled. And eggs are like the perfect protein. I eat mostly the whites. For every like 3 eggs, I'll have a yolk as well. So sometimes there's a lot of meal prep involved with, say, chicken, my chicken breasts that I have. And so, you know, I will do those, but if I don't have anything on hand, I always make sure that in the pantry I have canned chicken, canned in water, you know, chicken breast, and I will make a chicken salad with that. And I have a great chicken salad recipe on my website. I just posted it to Facebook as well a little bit ago. In terms of pantry things, almonds, nuts. I really like almonds, so I will have. I really like these ones from Trader Joe's. They are, oh my gosh, they're so good. They're some hickory smoked almonds. They're so good, and I know the natural, unroasted, unsalted nuts are way better for you, but I just don't like them. And so I will grab, you know, a serving of these. If you have trouble and you keep going back for more and more, I would suggest getting a baggie and portioning them out. You know, have a serving, have little bags of servings so you don't, you know, overeat out of the bag. Fat-free cottage cheese, Watch out for sugar because some fat-free things have sugar. Fat-free plain Greek yogurt. Plain, I do the plain Greek yogurt. If you want sweetness, add in some berries. You can add some honey, but honey is still sugar. And for me too, I'm also trying to get away from that sweetness. So I find that if I don't even add like much sweetness in, then my taste buds get more used to not having things sweet. And then when I do have sweet things, I think it's too sweet. So it works. Oh, big huge one. Cinnamon, nutmeg, pumpkin pie spices. So for sweetness, those 3 spices, cinnamon and nutmeg, absolutely are my favorites. So like for instance, I will have a bowl of the plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and which has a lot of protein, by the way, and I will put in whatever fruit I'm having with it, and then I'll add in some sliced almonds, and I will shake some nutmeg and cinnamon on top, and it's like dessert to me. Adding those spices makes me much more satisfied with the meal, and yet you're adding no calories, just flavor. So spices are great, and savory ones too. Whatever it is that you like, start using those spices. Just watch out for the salt content, sodium content. Make sure that there either isn't any or it's really low. Frozen edamame, that's a really good one. The kids like it too. It's super easy, and it's in the freezer, so you know it's not going to go bad. Also frozen sliced peppers, like red, yellow, green, you can get them in a bag, and they're already chopped and washed, and it's easy for you. I used to think that bag salads were so lazy, and I wouldn't spend money on that, and you know, it's more expensive, but you know what? It gets me to eat salad. So we get these big things from Costco. This is 1.5 pounds of power greens, baby kale, chard, spinach, triple washed. It's washed already. And you know, if you don't eat it, it's gonna go bad and your money will be wasted, and so eat it. And that makes you eat it. Like I will probably go through this in like 3 days. And I put it in a big bowl when I eat my salads. This is a little bit bigger than I normally use. The other one's in the dishwasher, and I didn't feel like washing it. But you know, it's about that size. You know, I just have huge salads. Go whole hog with veggies. So, I mean, look at this. You know, usually they say, put all your food on a small plate. Well, I don't do that. I put this is small. Like, I'm not going to get enough salad in this. I'm going to have to go back like 6 times. So, right here, just make sure that your like nuts or your cranberries or whatever it is you're adding, and especially your dressing, isn't big. Make the biggest part of your salad a salad. Oh, the other thing is I talked about this in another Fit Hits, the lid on this. I love this because you can put the lid on, put your dressing in, and then shake it up, and it coats and gets everywhere with a limited amount of dressing. Speaking of dressing, my favorites. This is another way to keep, you know, to eat healthfully. Rice vinegar, totally, this is the bomb. So I often just eat my salad with rice vinegar on it, just plain. I used to eat, and my husband still likes this one, the seasoned rice vinegar, but 1 tablespoon has 15 calories and 4 grams of sugar. And the natural one without seasoning has 0 calories and 0 grams of sugar. And I actually got used to the taste, and I actually like it better now because I don't really want those 4 grams of sugar there when I could have it somewhere else. Another way to use this rice vinegar is to get your favorite healthy-ish salad dressing, cut it with the vinegar, and it makes the dressing go farther. So, and I like the flavor of the rice vinegar. Another thing you can do is get your favorite like mustard and cut that with rice vinegar in a little shaker thing, and then pour it over your salad, and that's really good too. Oh, and the last salad dressing thing, because salad dressings, let's be honest, like, yeah, oh, I'm ordering a salad, but like, honestly, like, you know those little ramekin things that when you ask for salad on the side, they can pack like 30 grams of fat. Dressings are actually kind of a big deal to pay attention to. It's a big thing. Also, there can be a lot of sugar in the dressing. So the other thing that I use a lot for salad dressing is salsa. And again, you need to pay attention to the label if you're buying it rather than making it, because some salsas can have actually a lot of sugar in them. Add some black beans in there. That's the other thing, keep in your cupboard. Black beans, garbanzo beans, you know, any kind of beans that you like. And add that to the salad for interest too. And like you can add a few nuts for crunch. You can change it all up. If you really, really want some sweetness to your salads, you know, dice up really small a bunch of the fruit and toss that in and you'll get that flavor all over, that sweet kind of flavor. Okay, some other things. Frozen riced cauliflower. I rice my own in a food processor, but I've also bought the riced cauliflower, and that's awesome too. I add it to a Latin black bean soup that I make instead of rice, and it tastes like rice. I also use riced cauliflower for fried rice, and it's delicious. Okay, some other ways that I make my life easy eating healthfully are the chicken patties from Costco. Specifically, I use the Don Lee Farms ones. They are minimally processed and they taste really good. I have them as backups in the freezer, and pop one of those into the microwave, 2 minutes, it's done. I put it over a salad or in a low-carb tortilla or wrap. I also use the Morningstar black bean burgers that are frozen. Those are so good. I actually just had one today for lunch. So basically, I just find ways to have the foods that I like, and the comfort foods even that I like, I find ways to make them healthy. And you know, I've got a lot of these tips and recipes on my website. I always post it to Facebook and Instagram, so follow me there when I get new ones, because I'm constantly working on new comfort food hacks. I love trying to make things that I crave and foods that I love, meals that I love, healthy, because I don't want to feel deprived. And I don't want to deprive myself, but I also want to stick to being healthy. Okay, so those are the Fit Hits that have been huge in helping me stay on track with my diet, and also not have to spend a whole lot of time prepping, because you know, that's great if you want to do that, but I don't want to do that, and I've found a way to avoid it, essentially. Basically, it's the lazy person's food prep, or the busy person's food prep, maybe a nicer way to say it, and that's what I subscribe to, and has really helped me and has helped others. Okay, so keep sending me your questions, and I will answer them in upcoming Fit Hits. All right, ready for your fitness as a lifestyle challenge? We're gonna work on the 80-20 rule, focus on that. So going on a restrictive diet can maybe help you lose weight in the short term, but in the long term, you can't sustain it. It's not healthy. You're likely to gain the weight back. And in addition to, even if it's not a weight issue, you're just not, I mean, think about what you're doing to your body. It's not healthy, usually. What I like to do, and what I have people do, is follow the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your diet is healthy, 20% is less healthy. So this way, you make it a healthy way of eating overall. Like, you make a permanent change that is sustainable and helps you take the weight off and keep it off. And if weight loss isn't your goal, it will definitely make you healthier and keep you healthy. Okay, so how the 80-20 rule works. So 80% of your food is healthy, 20% is an indulgence or less healthy. And I find, for me, and I found this works for a lot of people actually, is to, rather than doing it on a daily basis, which kind of stresses me out and I feel is a little bit more restrictive, I look at the bigger picture. So I do it over the course of, say, a week. So instead of having like a little indulgence every day, I have a little bit of a larger indulgence, but less frequently, so like once or twice a week. Okay, so that's what we're gonna work on this week. We're gonna really focus on that 80-20 rule. Send me any questions you have about this or anything else you want answered in a future Fit Hits. And also check out my healthy recipes and comfort food hacks. I post regularly to Facebook and Instagram. So have an awesome day, and I will see you at the next workout.